Good morning. Welcome. It's morning in Toronto, but welcome to LuvBay Afrobeat Music and Talk Radio. This is the Roger and Ingle Sports Hour, where we cover everything in sports, from track and field, basketball, you name it. We cover, as we all know, it's the Olympics. And after a glittering opening ceremony on the River Seine yesterday, everyone is looking forward with great anticipation as to what this Olympics is going to be for this Olympics. And everyone is tuned in now to see just how it's going to go. My hats off to these athletes on the road and show the world what they can do. You know, Canada's a strong team. The U.S. has a very, very strong team. The Netherlands are there. So a fascinating time is ahead of us in so many different sports. So we look forward to that. We're going to start off a little bit about as everything, as I mentioned, is sort of slowing down because it's time for the Olympics. But a quick look at what's going on. We saw Oscar Piastri. Now, no one has ever heard about him before, really. He won the Belgian Grand Prix, which is very, very hungry Grand Prix, where someone else other than a big name has won. So it was his first victory ever, but it came with some controversy, as his partner, Lando Norris, was actually leading and was told to let his partner Oscar pass him to win the race. He was not happy with it, and it became a big row about what's going on. It would have been better for McLaren to have him win, but they chose Oscar over him. And, you know, kudos to Oscar. On a race, had been on the podium for a while. Won 2 weeks ago. He was on the podium again last weekend. So, looking forward to see how far he will go with his Mercedes car. But last week it was all about Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. The McLaren team was leading and had to give up his place to Oscar. While Lewis was battling with Max Verstappen for third. Max Verstappen actually crashed into him, believe it or not. But Lewis hung on for third, while Verstappen hung on for fourth. So, fascinating times there, and we're definitely going to Belgium, where the Belgian Grand Prix is going to take place. Currently, Max Verstappen won the third round of warm-up, so he's looking good again. But it's going to be a very, very interesting tennis, as Rafael Nadal, who was a big part of the opening ceremony yesterday, is not young, he's 38, and he hasn't played in a couple of years. He has been injured a lot, but Nuno Borges found a way to beat him 6-3, 6-2 here in Sweden, and now he's on his way to the Olympics. So let's see how well he does at his age, and whenever he's out there, he's in the Olympics. So who knows? It's going to be a fascinating Olympic Games with both Nadal and Djokovic going for the title in France. Not a lot of people talk about him, but he's doing something really, really special. So he has won the Open of the majors. Now he's looking to actually sweep to go. So he's going for the slam, and to be fascinating to see someone praise and acclamations as Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy and others have gotten. He's looking really, really good. 2 out of 4, he's taking the first two down, 2 to go. Let's see if he can find a way that he gets a chance to do so. Everything goes well for him, because honestly, we haven't had it. We found one in golf. So looking forward to see just how well he will do in this next two Slam Opens. And they're switch over to a little more of what we talk about with track and field. Now, the Olympics is here, so we're going to have a big talk about who's going to be doing what and who's going to be predicting what for what event. And England and I are going to have a huge conversation about that. That's coming up Olympics, but related to the Olympics. So there is a huge fight agencies in the world. USA USADA is one of the biggest and most powerful in the world. And WADA is battling with each other because the US is saying that WADA wasn't doing their jobs properly, and they're pushing out for them. So has actually come out and said that the US is at risk of losing both the 2020 if they continue to overreach in its investigation of the Chinese swimmers. Who has jurisdiction here? It's truly WADA, and I'm not sure how the USA has gotten so powerful to be jumping in this way, but it is ongoing. It's been going on for a couple of weeks, turning into months, and it can be very dangerous to see the top two enforcement agents correct. It's not right. Hopefully they can figure it out soon, because it is certainly not good for the sports to see the governance groups out there. Is a huge national record holder, winner at the championships. She's ranked 25th in the world. Can come to the Olympics. So she got a letter from you're in. You're on the team. You're going to Paris. Her name was not on the list. An oversight, maybe yes, but something that is just inexcusable. And that was just a major, major problem, because now you have the Olympics, qualified for the Olympics, and unfortunately won't be there. You know, she has battled, she has got lawyers on board. They reached out to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. It sounds like they reached out to the wrong committee there. They reached out to the ad hoc committee, and they couldn't do anything because their jurisdiction is only 10 days before the games, and it's not a games issue. So they're still fighting with IOC to see if they can get in, with World Athletics to see if they can get in. The J3S is doing as best as they can, but it's, I don't know, I can just imagine the stress that happened. They're pretty much destroying the young lady's life, and I'm really hopeful that they will find a way to get her to the Olympics and give her an opportunity to showcase what she has worked so hard to do. So it's a huge thing going on for this young lady, for the J3s, because reputation is also on the line. Their excuse that the hurricane was passing and they lost electricity, so they couldn't get to quality assure the list before they sent it off, which I'm not sure could pass as any good excuse anyway. But I'm really hopeful that they find a way to get her in somehow. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how that one works out. Very, very, very exciting times for the J3As, because they're under a lot of pressure in Jamaica right now.
Good morning, Roger. Not sure if you can hear me.
Hey, good morning, Jordan. Now, as you know, Ingle is a very busy man. He has one head, but about 5 different hats he wears all the time. Yeah. So today he's running the show at the G20 cricket, getting ready for all of that to begin. So at LuvBay Afrobeat.
Yeah, my camera.
Let's talk, Ingle.
Yeah, my camera don't seem to be working, so I'm not sure why. But I'm here.
Well, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's
loud
good.
And clear.
Yeah, I'm here at Brampton at the GT20, as you mentioned. Just watching the teams getting to their paces. Had to come here early. That's why I'm a bit late. We had to do some fire drill training for the facility as I took on a bigger role this year where I'm tournament director. So it's been quite hectic.
Congrats. You know, it's going to be a well-run tournament.
Yes, so that's what I'm hoping so. That's a couple of, we have a couple of hiccups the first few days, but I think we've ironed it out and things are settling down nicely now. So yeah, looking forward to a great tournament. But I heard, I was on for a while listening to you talk about the PG, which is good. And the last topic you discussed, very interesting to know that the athlete from Jamaica, Nayoka, and the excuse was that no electricity.
Hurricane came and you couldn't check the list.
But only like,
what type of excuse is that?
But only one name was missing.
That's the only one missing. So it's tough on the J3. I know they're under a lot of stress, but this is one of those excuses that are just one of these events that are just inexcusable. This should never, ever, ever happen.
Totally agree. It should never happen. And I think your best athletes should be there. And I'm sure she's going to be a lawsuit at some kind if she doesn't get to the.
I'm wondering how far she will go. I know she started a GoFundMe because she's trying to get to pay for lawyers to represent her. I think those that did the first court of arbitration reach out to them. They were pro bono, but I'm not sure if they're going to continue. But it would be good if she could have a lawyer too to help her out with this, because can you imagine, Ingle, you qualify for the Olympics for the first time in your life?
Yeah,
get a letter to say you're going to be there, and then you're not.
Yeah, and then and to wait another 4 years, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, who knows what a form will be in that time.
And she can come out of this stronger, but she can also come out having problems mental and emotional because of this as well. So it could go either way, and I'm hopeful that she remains strong and her support team sticks with her, and she gets the support she needs to come out of this stronger.
I feel for her. You know that is
big time.
When you don't get selected to the team and you're expected it, you know, I mean, there are other come out strong after not getting selected, but
54 running in 2 minutes. Fortunate, because she is, in my opinion, the best 800 meter runner in the world when she's on top of the heart-wrenching to watch. For sure.
Yes, for sure.
So you want
to? Yeah, I'm in her pick, so you want to get into cricket? It's up to you.
Yeah, we could do the cricket now to see what's next. You proved yourself right. Last weekend when I said, they're going to find a way, they're in good batting form. But they showed that they're still in the West Indies and they haven't become the new West Indies as yet. So
it's a young team trying to build guys like McKenzie and Athanaze, and they're still trying to find their way. They had one good inning, but then they couldn't do it 2 times and lost big in the second.
Big. That was so hard to watch. It's like, okay, what's happening here? They were like 60-something without a loss, and then I don't know what happened next.
Yeah, it seems to be a pattern, because if we look at the current test match that's going on, West Indies, Brathwaite at 61, Louis 26, and Louis, a good play. It's not the same. They have a 76-run first wicket partnership, but then he looks good, looks set, and then he gets out silly all the time. Yeah, so I think it's a mental thing in his case, because he's to get 100, but
he usually does. So I was a little surprised when he gets locked in like that. He goes on for a long time.
Yeah,
usually
there was a mini collapse, but then thanks to Holder and Wade too. But West Indies are fighting that well, because England are 254 for 7. So
they're gonna have a century partnership and they're gonna just take it over, but they haven't.
Right.
Still very competitive, but I will say that we were positive in the first innings. The last, I see what they do when they come to bat a second time. But bowlers have done
Yeah, the bowlers have done the part, and we just want to see some better batting, and the West Indies can become competitive. Because today is just um, England is still hanging on there 254 for 7.
Yeah.
And Jamie Smith, the wicketkeeper, is on 45, and Chris works with the 4. Seals that proved that playing in England, because he played a season in England and got accustomed to the conditions, and good to see he's getting wickets. Alzari Joseph get a couple, and Shamar Joseph not getting a lot of wickets.
He did Australia and he took 7, and he's in England and
I think he's short on cricket, but it's probably one of the English team's plan to make sure that they see him off. Frustrated probably, and Holder not that good in his bowling, but I think Justin Holder could be better. He's not my favorite.
I know you think he should not even be there at all.
Something like that, but he stood up. But I think that he's the type of player to me, Roger, that seems to be holding back something, and that's what I have with Jason. He seems to think he can do much better, but he just do enough.
I think so too. That's the best word to tell you. I think he does enough. He doesn't exert himself 110%. He gives his 80%, and that's good enough for him. But I think he can definitely get to 100 more often.
I think so, and hopefully he will get in gear and do that. So we will see if West Indies can win this game. They normally, after losing the series, win the final game.
So far, that's the trend, and I'm hopeful that it continues. It would be a huge thing for the West Indies to even get this one game, because I think they're at the bottom of the test standings right now, aren't they?
No, they're not actually. They're not at the bottom. So I think England, all that they've won, they may actually be below.
For the test? Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think all England now, they've just moved ahead, actually.
Okay.
I know. Yeah, they've won. But the last time I looked, they were ahead of England, but after the first test. But they're definitely at the bottom of the table now.
So they have worked. A win would be good for them, so they need this. They actually need this.
Yeah, the Test Championship is not, to me, I don't like the formula that they use.
Neither do I.
No, this percentage of wins don't make no sense. Yeah. Everybody should play the same, because look at Australia. They played 12 matches. West Indies 6, South Africa and Bangladesh 4, Sri Lanka 4, Pakistan 5, England 12. So it's not a level playing field in my opinion.
Not even close. Yeah. Not even close.
So it's not good at all. So so we'll continue following the West Indies. And,
are you going to predict this one? I know last week you came up right. So are you going to come up again and say this is what's happening this time?
I'm not going to predict, but I'm hoping
the heart says West Indies. I really hope they do as well.
They need to win it, and they need some wins to get the guys confident. So I think the batting is good enough to compete with England. There's no Anderson anymore. And England, although they have some quick bowlers, they lack that experience bowler to lead the attack.
Strike bowler, yeah.
Yeah, so I think our West Indies have a very good chance in this one.
I believe so as well. I think just the fact that they came back so well with the ball, it tells me that they're fighting for this, and it's a huge opportunity for them to do well, and I really hope they grab it with both arms. You see someone like Kurt McKenzie and not doing much. Athanaze did one in, so we're hoping that.
Yeah, because Athanaze is a guy, he looks very good. He looks the part, but he's just not going on to get the runs. And listening to him, I think a lot of it is mental. He said he puts a lot of pressure on himself. He's thinking he want to get that test 100, and he thinks about it a lot. So I think he's just putting extra pressure on himself for no reason.
That is exactly for no reason at all. He's doing this. He just needs to relax and have fun and trust his talent, trust his preparation, and he'll be fine.
That's so true. Other test matches are going on, Roger. The one-off test with Zimbabwe and Ireland. Zimbabwe 210. Ireland responded with 250, and Zimbabwe second time batting, they're 100 and what about 185 now? 58.
58.
Yeah, a lead of 121, and yeah, I'm sure we'll get a result from this going into. This
Yes.
is only the third day, so we should get a result
Yeah.
from that.
I'm happy that
And
a lot of the games these days are getting results. Not a lot of draws anymore.
that's so true. Happy to see that. And then the mighty India playing a T20 against Sri Lanka today in Sri Lanka, and the first of the series. New captain, not something that's gone over well with everyone because I don't think Hardik Pandya is too happy.
Yeah, because I think he's a decent captain, so I don't know why they did this.
In fact, when I was in Sri Lanka, he and the new coach Gambia showed up at the hotel. They came to meet with Jay Shah, the secretary of BCCI Cricket, and there was all sorts of rumors spreading around that they came to have a discussion because Pandya wasn't happy. So,
oh my word!
I mean, but just even in Sri Lanka, I mean, the security of these guys, because they just came into the hotel and you have the security just for these guys just to come around. I can understand why Kohli says he wants to move to England because he will not be able to walk the streets in India.
I know. Yeah, it's a hard life being a superstar.
It is. But then to go to the match after 10 overs, India 112 for 2. The new captain Yadav, he's 29 not out. You have Jaswal at 40 and Shubman Gill at 34. Rishabh Pant is with them on 9. None of the really big names are playing. Like there's no Kohli, there's no Rohit.
Right, yeah.
It's a rebuilding Indian team, and I shouldn't say none of the big names because whoever plays for England,
it's a big. I was just about to say that they have so many big names.
Yeah. Soccer and some track. Well, track and field to talk about some predictions and what we expect and stuff. It's something off field that I wanted to get into with you. And that's Brian Lara came out with a new book, and it's not going over too well for two of his former teammates, Viv Richards and Carl Hooper. I'm not sure if you saw all the back and forth.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Brian, in his excerpt from his book, says that he cried. Viv made him cry maybe once every 3 He spoke about Carl's talent. He was so talented. He thought Carl was more talented than him and Sachin, but he just never lived up to it. And both of them are demanding an apology from Brian. The Viv said he's not a bully. He's not that kind of person. And, so they've come out now and said this.
Wow. I think a lot of people know that Viv is a very serious person. He's not a bully.
Right.
He just doesn't stand for the nonsense, right? So why would the whole world do this? I don't know. There's so many why.
I have to put. I mean, Brian was game, and
I can't imagine
lineups before that. These things came out, and Viv and
well, I'm sure he doesn't put the nonsense.
He is certainly not that type of player, person, as though he's a bully. So I think, but I don't think he will either. I think Brian's just
man. Yeah, he's gonna stick with it, but
yes,
Hooper said it one way, but
Hooper is actually as well. He said it's not.
He didn't cry for a week.
So
You cried once a month? Or?
Yeah, but I think, I mean, we've heard stories.
You know what? No.
Best has actually come out in the book, and from what I understand, there are going to be similar things in his book to what
Yeah. I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, I don't think he's bullying them, but I think he, as I said, everybody was professional, and he made sure that they were professional. Right. And I think Viv saw a bunch of slackers, but attitude was just different. Professionalism wasn't there every day, and it needed to be. They need to and their approach.
Yeah, Carl is actually correct. And, he says,
Gary, you're a cricketer, Ingle. You know, if Viv is on your team, he's going to have your back. He's always not going to have your back.
I think Viv wanted to win, so he came across with his style.
Exactly.
And maybe some of the players saw it differently. But Brian has seen it much different. Maybe Brian cried, I don't know why. But to say Carl cried every week.
He's a crybaby. I don't know. What do you think, though, about the
Carl was one of the most talented players, and I don't think he ever lived up to his talent. When I moved to Canada, one of my friends came maybe a year or two later, and he said, "You must, whenever you ever come out of the Caribbean." And then I saw this guy. I mean, he made batting look so easy. I actually watched him made a 100. I was managing the Liburd Islands team against Guyana, and he made 100. It was actually overshadowed by a double century from Stuart Williams, but just the ease that Carl Hooper played and hit the ball and found gaps. I think Carl Hooper looked like the type of guy, if he didn't want to get out, he would not get out. But he just gave it away.
He never delivered. I just thought he came with a lot of hype because he never delivered. But yeah, when you're watching him, you could see the talent. And he is a great player. And he knows the game really well. Yeah. I think he's comparable to Brian. Brian just did better. He was really good, but because he never delivered when he was supposed to, and he got all this talk that he's the greatest, it was tough for somebody on the outside looking in to say, yeah, he was really good, because they didn't see it as often as they should.
Yeah, that's so true. I think one of the reasons why Viv is so constant, because nowadays everybody talks about emotional stress.
And they didn't talk about this in the 80s, right?
Right. So the people talk about mental stress and bullying and stuff. Stood for like bullying.
Correct.
Bullying. So you gotta be careful with words, and
very much so.
Yeah. So the statement from them basically says we did of these false claims and offer a sincere apology for the harm caused. It is crucial for the integrity of public right.
That's a huge statement.
So that's huge. A statement. Yeah, very huge. So
I don't know what to say, because honestly, Ingle, I don't think he.
They asked an apology since the 21st, the 20th of July, and this is a week, 10 years. So
I don't think it's coming, but I hope they. I don't know. I hope it. I won't say it goes away, but I hope it doesn't bother. I don't need it.
Yeah. And I think I'm sure it knows.
Especially now that Brian is.
He's a mentor. He's
one controversy around your mentor.
No, exactly.
So bad timing.
Sure. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah.
Big man.
There's nothing else on sport and discuss.
Let's go quickly to soccer. Soccer is pretty small. So I'm sure you probably heard by now about what's going on. It's I don't know. Embarrassment for Canada. I don't know where to start with this. I don't know if it's not bad.
They're saying it's not the first time, and it's possible the men's team also used.
They won the last.
That's what
they're even looking to see if they should take away the game from them. So it's like
the previous coach said that he never used a drone.
Well, what is he gonna say? Yes, I did. He's never gonna say. So for me, I mean, it's one of those unfortunate things, whether it's true or not. When something like this come out, and the president of the Olympic Association says, due to his investigation, it's hard because if the organization that runs the sport is saying, yes, we've looked at this, we're going to suspend the coach because it's true, she's aware of this, and it happened before, and they're getting evidence. And you know, when Canada, as you saw with Ben Johnson, when Canada decided to dig in, they're going to dig in. They're going to dig in.
Well, it's got to surprise Christine Sinclair getting involved, and she's in the Olympics last in Tokyo.
I don't think they did.
And
the coach has the information, right? So she comes up with her formula, what they're going to use based on the information that she got. It's Belichick all over again. Patriots.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But why do you need that in this day and age where you can get so much footage from anywhere on teams' participation?
I know.
Maybe they want to see what against
the formulas that they're,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what it is. In the preparation, they have closed door training where you can come up with your strategy for the game. And that's where they send the drones to go. So if I can see what you're planning to come with, then wow.
You can counteract that.
Exactly. You know what to plan for. So the players themselves would not know where she's getting information from, but she's probably going to say, this is what you're going to have to do to win this game.
Right.
Let's practice that. She's not going to say, see the drone. She's not going to do that. So I understand Christine saying, I agree with her doing it. I don't think it really means a lot, but it's good that she has done it. But I think the coach, something is going on with the coach.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah, this saying goes way back, started with unaccredited analysts. It's not good for Canadian soccer, especially, especially doing so well in Copa America as well, to sort of because they're saying that the men
they said they attempted to use it at the Copa America, so like fourth, which was good, but you can't believe that the women's team is doing it and the men's team is doing it. This is Canada and really bad.
Yeah, that's very bad for sure. So
I don't know. I mean, Canada is always this innocent country here that I never dreamed I'd be actually reading this. Your coach sent home, staff sent home, your cheaters all of a sudden. It's like, whoa.
I mean, I was praising this new coach.
Yeah.
Thinking this. There must have been some red flags when she decided to sit out the game.
She volunteered to sit out. That was the first thing I said to myself. That, well, if you're not involved, she said, take for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
See what happens. I don't think she'll be able to recover from this.
And now this.
I know. I guess you got to take 10 steps back before you can take 2 steps forward in this one, because a lot of negative is going to come out of this and achieve what they achieve on the field, and they're going to be looked at differently by the public. They're not good. They're cheaters. They only got there because they cheated, right? It's not good for the players at all. It's horrible.
Yeah, I was said the headline was sending the whole team home.
Thank you.
You know, the United States said it's embarrassing for Canada.
It is.
All these good countries are saying
The
whenever they go play, I mean, the fans are going to call them cheats.
Thank you. And it's not fair to at the end of the day, it's horrible for everybody. Even for the casual fan like you and I. Oh man, it's unfortunate.
Hopefully, yeah, it is very unfortunate. And let's see where that goes. But yeah, that's absolutely
zero.
Anything else on soccer?
Zero.
Go ahead.
Never get away with it. So whatever needs to come out of it, needs to come out of it. You know, whatever the punishment is, they need to get it. That's my final word on that. CONCACAF Player of the Year awards, and 2 Jamaicans are on the list. A couple Canadians are there as well. He's on the list. He had a fantastic year at Aston Villa. And Khadija Bunny-Shaw, who scored a crap load of goals in England, Player of the Year award. So that is awesome to see. From Canada, we saw a couple of players, Jonathan David as well. On it as well. Yeah. So good players as well. So let's see what ends up for those soccer players. All right, Ingle. You ready for track and field?
I'm ready for track and field. Yeah.
Are you ready? So let's start. Let's start with the big headlines. Noah Lyles versus Kishane Thompson. Sha'Carri Richardson versus Shelly Ann and Cherika. Is the Jamaica-US rivalry back? What do you say?
It is definitely back because it's been a while since the US sprinters went so good. So I think it's back, and I expect fierce rivalry there in that meet sprints.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's 20 years, since an American won the Olympic 100 meters. That was Justin Gatlin in 2004. It's been a while. It's been a while. And of course, I mean, you said Bolt won it three times.
Yes.
And the last went to Marcel Jacobs.
Just was while I was in Sri Lanka, there was a short talk by Angela Matthews. He was then and asked what, because they were talking about cricket in the Olympics. So they asked him what was the best, his most favorite, what he thought is the best Olympic feat. And he talked about that. He said Usain Bolt winning 3 Olympic golds. He says it's not just winning 3 Olympic golds; it's over 12 years. So
there you go. It's a long time, and I remember when I had a good long conversation with Bolt 2013. And already he can go much further than that. It's hard. 12 years English is a long time on your body working so hard.
Yes, it is hard for sure.
Long time. So we'll see how those sprint races go. So if you were to make a pick in the men's side.
At the moment, for the men's side, but you know, I don't count out any Jamaicans.
Right now, Kishane Thompson is actually the favorite. Can you believe that?
He is the favorite because of his fastest time in the world, and so this year 977, and he looked like he's doing the 977.
He says he can go way faster.
And I believe, because he doesn't even look like a smooth runner when he's running.
No,
he's not. So that's why I think if he gets his the technical parts of it works out.
Yeah.
I think this guy he might be the person to break Bolt. If I think about others.
Where he is right now, he looks like he can go somewhere close to Bolt's record. The first person I've seen in a while. But the true thing, there's a lot of people, and I'm sort of on the fence with this, and sort of leaning towards it actually. Noah Lyles may not even medal.
He may not medal. In 100 meters.
Yeah, in 100 meters. So you have Shane. I think Shane is going to beat him. Mm-hmm. But I go back to that race when Oblique Civil beat him in Jamaica.
Yes, yeah.
And a lot of people, in my opinion, because even at the trials, I was thinking Oblique is going to give Shane a huge run. And when Mills come out and say Oblique is ready, Oblique himself comes out and say he's ready, I know he's going to go 9.75 or lower. Now, the problem is with me and Lyles is I'm not sure if he can get to those times. That's my only thing with Lyles. I don't know if he's ready for 9.75 or lower.
So 9.8 or so, he would be okay, but anything
lower than that, he's going to be in trouble. For the 9.80, there was this guy who won the last Olympics and who is in spanking form right now. And he is a trooper when it comes to race on with 9.80 in Tokyo.
Yeah, he's been running. Yeah, he did.
And he's better, Ingle.
Yeah, he did. He's coming into form now.
He's better. Exactly. So that's why I said potentially Lyles could be in trouble. So Lyles in London, right? So to go from Botswana. So it's going to be a very fast race. Mm-hmm. Nerves is going to come in, and this is where I think Lyles is probably going to be better than a lot of them. Time. Oblique has, I wouldn't say imploded, but he has come fourth the last two times when he should have medal. So we don't know. Bogus can be dangerous because he knows how to win, and Marshall Jacobs can be dangerous because he won the last time. He knows how to win as well. So
I was just going to ask if Hughes have any chance.
He's very close to Oblique in training. So he's probably going to go 9.7 as well. So our 9.8 very low. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this race goes. When I say fascinating, I mean fascinating.
I mean,
we have called 6 names, 7 names almost.
And you have not even talked about Omanyala.
Simbini. And remember, Omanyala already around 9.7.
So it's
we have Fred Curley, who thinks he's this as that. And
there's a name.
You have all these
There's a name that I'm not too familiar with that I'm seeing in the mix too when I read about the Olympics 100 meters, and it's Benjamin Richardson, South Africa. Yeah,
so he ran 9.86 out of the blue recently. So, and he came back around 19.9 in the 200. So it was some fast times. I'm not sure what to make of it because it's brand new, technically. I don't know how he's going to fare. I think Simbini is going to beat him from a South African point of view. It means we're going to beat him. And I've just sort of benched on that Simbini is going to be the number 1 South African. So Richardson will probably be in the finals. And let's see if he can make a mention. The Canadian medal guru, Mr. Andre DeGrasse.
Andre DeGrasse, he's actually not even mentioned much about anywhere around. So
zero talk about it.
Yeah, he's always finding a way to get there. But maybe it's going on his form because in the Canadian Championship he's running 10. I don't think he's gone under 9-10 this year, has he?
No.
That's the problem. Probably why.
I think every year he has medal. He has run pretty much the same time. 990, 991, 989. Usually in the finals of a race, people freeze up and don't do as well. Mm-hmm. He does his best. So every time he has run a medal, he has done his personal best. Not doing anything close to his personal best because he beats Simbini, who is 984, and he's running 989 or 990 and beating him. So Simbini doesn't do his best. I think what is happening this year is that they're going to be I don't know if Andre is ready for that type of time as yet. And it's going to be interesting to see if he is or not. You can't mark him off, so I would say he's my outsider to make the finals and then see what happens. But it's not looking easy for him.
No, it's not. And I'd like to see him there as a Canadian consistent, but as you said, it's not looking easy and positive.
It's going to be very hard for him to do this one, but as I said with him, never say never. That's usually what I say when it comes to him, because I've hardly seen people with the mental toughness that he has, and that's a more. It's totally mental out there. So we'll see that one go.
Actually, expect him to do better in the 200, but I just don't count him out as you said in the 100.
Don't count him out. Yeah. On the women's side, Ingle, 100 meters. Can anyone beat Sha'Carri Richardson? Anyone?
I think so. I think Sharika on her day, if she's good, you know.
Yeah.
If Sharika has a good day, I expect she can win. But Sha'Carri just seems to be confident in so right now. I mean, she's my favorite to win, but I think she can be beaten by Sharika. I can't see it.
You know what? She hasn't run enough for us to judge exactly where she is. Again, just like we talked about Andre, mentally she's going to deliver all. Mm-hmm. But we're going to certainly find out, but we can't mark her out either.
Yeah, definitely can.
Cannot mark
but
her out.
Yeah, Sha'Carri is going to be coming down to mentally how Sha'Carri feels on the day.
And you know what? She won the world. One of the people that I'm looking at, though, and you haven't mentioned her, is that young lady from St. Lucia, Julian Alfred.
Oh, Julian Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had some good. Yeah, she's going to be a contender for sure.
I think she's going to be right there. I think at this point in time, I haven't seen enough of Sharika to know if she's fully recovered from whatever happened to her a few weeks. Julian Alfred. It's going to be interesting to see how well Nina Asher-Smith does, because I think she's looking at she's primed to do something special as well. Of course, 6 names already, you know. So Talou is also on the list there. You know, you just never know what Talou is going to come up with. So it's Mario Talou. She's 35, going 36, but she's running fast.
There are a lot of, yeah, definitely. What's her name from? Is it what's her name from? Kambunji.
Kambunji. Majinga Kambunji.
Kambunji,
yeah. Switzerland. Yes. Yeah, she's running 10.90 right now. Yeah.
Coming into the form right time. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, Darren Benita is there. Yeah. There's a bunch of 10.8 people that are there, and like a few 10.7s. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They're saying Sha'Carri is going to go 10.5. Oh, I don't know. I know Julian Alfred actually can go 10.6. So
I don't know either.
It's going to be fascinating to watch these 200-meter races. So interesting times for these sprinters. We take a quick look at the 200.
The good thing about it, Roger, is that we have TV.
You can
put them
multitask.
Watch the track.
Multitask.
Yes.
You know, you're making sure the cricket is happening, but your eyes are on the television to watch that. I see it live.
The results. I want
to watch it, I tell you. It's a letdown when you just hear the results for something as important as this once every 4 years. Looking at the 200, you know, it's pretty much a lot of the same. Mm-hmm. On the men's side, from what it was before. So you have Noah Laz, who should win. You have Tubo, who's done extremely well this year and pushed Noah a couple of times. Area Knight is right there as well. You know, as I said, Andre DeGrasse, this is where I think he's going to make his name as well. So he's going to be in the mix here. He's definitely going to be a fighter 200 meters as well. But I think it's a little easier to say maybe Noah, Tibogo, and Bednarik are going to be the top 3. You know,
That's what I've been seeing. But some people, the Americans are gonna say they're gonna clean sweep, but I don't see that happening.
No, I don't know where Aaron Knight is. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. So, he was in trouble this year with anti-doping, and I think he got out of it. So, but he didn't race as much. So, I just don't know how well he is. But he's a young kid. 20. You don't know how these guys bounce back because the 200 is going to go. But I think it's going to be a fast time, maybe an American record, but I don't think they can get the Usain Bolt's record, which I think is what they're aiming for. But, every time I look, they talk about that purple track in Paris. They said it's the fastest track ever. So I don't put anything past anybody. We may see
I think maybe the
200, it's a better chance there for real.
I don't know. Well, the names that you just called, that's the same three that Sports Illustrated said. The 200 was Noah Lyles, Bednarik, and Tobago.
Okay.
Tobago,
yeah.
that they have there for there. But let's see. And that looks like it's a good 3.
Yep. I actually believe Tobago is probably going to be even better than he's getting credit for. He has done so much. I think his approach this year has been very diligent. He lost his mom, which I think set him back a bit, and he's focused on doing it for his mom, he said. But he has gone 44 low in the 400, and he has gone 9.91 in the 100. He hasn't run a lot of 200s, but he ran 1987, and honestly, Ingle, he was jogging. So I know he's going to be very dangerous. He has the strength. He has the speed. He seems to be getting sharper and sharper every time he races. He's preparing for this event. And I expect he's going to be very, very, very dangerous in it.
Great.
On the women's side, I think
you're going to hear some noise now because in the background, some music.
That's all right. Yeah. We have Sharika Jackson. If she's fit, this should be hers. But I don't know where she's at. So we have to talk about the others because we don't know.
I think
Gabby Thomas.
I was thinking, can Sharika beat her, or could Gabby upset her?
I think if Sharika's at 100, I think Gabby's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief. If Sharika's at 100, if Sharika's 100, it's going to be tight, and Sharika should win. But if she's not 100, I don't think she'll be able to beat Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby's looking very good to me. Yeah.
She's looking awesome. And again, another time to look out for Julian Alfred. She's breaking records every time she runs at 200 meters. Dina Asher-Smith, I think she ran the first 100 too fast in that race the other day. Because she came off in the corner there, like about 3 meters in front of Julian Alfred and about 6 meters in front of Gabby.
Right.
And, Gabby caught Julian Alfred pretty much at the line, but Dino's right behind them. So, she ran the first part a little too. She was a little tighter on the bend and a little more powerful down the straight. She'll be more competitive. So she has gone 21.7 before. I think she's going to go faster than Dina Asher-Smith. So I think we may see a 21.4, 21.5 in that 200 meter for women. And I think Gabby Thomas and Sharika for sure can run those times. So for me, it's a straight match.
Do you think Mackenzie Long is going to be in the mix? Because the Americans are saying she should be there.
She will be there. She definitely will be there. She's another one that lost her mom this year and coming out to run for her mom. And she is very, very good at 200. I think she's running maybe 21.7. That's probably where she's going to get. Or I'm not sure if she's going to get even into 21.6 with this fast track. But I don't think she'll have enough to trouble the medalists. I think she's going to be right there behind them.
Good.
You never know. She could probably come third.
She could, yes. We have about 5 minutes, and I just wanted to quickly ask you: in 400 women, is anybody going to beat Paulina?
Well, you know what? Jamaica has this young lady, Nikisha Price, who is the world leader right now, and it's going to be between Paulino and Price. So Paulino hasn't run this fast in her life, so she has to run a personal best to beat Price if Price has done what she has done before. But Paulino has won everything in the last year and a half. So it's going to be hard to go against Paulino because she has experience, she has everything. But Nikisha Price, young 22-year-old, just new to this place, but she has proven that nothing bothers her. She's fear of nothing. And Ingle, if she's in the form she was in and she won 2 weeks ago,
she's going to win.
She's going to be hard to beat.
Good. I look forward to seeing that race. But Paulina seems she just dominates every time she comes on the track.
She hasn't lost in like almost 2 years. But I think, all of Jamaica is looking to see, will Nikisha Price do it? Will she do it?
Yeah, there's so many top matchups. As I said, we only have a few minutes left, but if anyone really want to discuss, but there's so many top matchups in the 110-meter hurdles, the 100-meter hurdles women.
The 100-meter hurdles women is so hot. It's like anyone could play, but I do like Toby Anderson there. She tends to win when it matters, so let's see if she can do that. But my favorite is the young Jamaican Kira Nugent. I think she's fantastic. Masai Russell is there, the defending champion. Camacho Quinn is there. It's going to be that may be a world record. That may also be a world record. I think the 400 hurdles for men is also a world record. Yes. The 400 hurdles for men is pretty close as well between these three. Right, Benjamin, Carson Warholm, Dos Santos, young Jamaicans are there, and others. Master there. I think you could run 46 and come sixth in this race. So we may see another world record there too.
Yes, some very good races. Go ahead.
Everybody talking about Sydney McLaughlin and Femke Ball.
Yeah, Sydney and
Femke Ball.
I think it's going to be a good race, but I think Sydney's probably going to break the world record again.
I think she will.
No, I don't think she's going to lose.
The last one we're going to talk about as we're running out of time
is the track and field. Go ahead.
It starts on the first. The heat starts on the first, and I think
the first.
Yes, so I think the first final is on the third. Where are we? Second? Either the second or the third. For the women's and then the men's after.
You were saying the last one we're going to talk about?
The 4x100 meters for men. Canada's dominated for quite a bit, as you know. As mentioned, the grass has medal in the last two Olympics has been at. They have won in Oregon. They didn't win. They didn't make the finals in Budapest because Andre didn't run. But a lot of people are saying Canada has a way to win. The USA believe this is their race. Italy.
Yes, the biggest. Yes. Italy is a good team, yeah.
Italy is excellent. Very dangerous. I think Italy has a great shot to win. Great Britain has 3 men running.
Should have a good chance, no?
Exactly. So you have USA, Italy, Great Britain, and Jamaica, Canada. So we have 5 massive teams there. I think you may see something close to our world record, Ingle. I couldn't believe I've been saying this, but the 36.8 could go.
Yep.
Could go. We may see a world record here.
You're expecting a few world records at this Olympics.
I think
after the opening yesterday, anything special can happen.
I know. How I see it, Ingle, with that fast track and the atmosphere, it's going to be hot. It's going to be ready. I think we may see a few world records. Quite a few, even in the 1500 meters, men and women. So there may be a whole bunch of records going here, Ingle.
Definitely, there might be a few of them.
So much to look forward.
Just a minute to go, Roger.
Almost there, but
anything else?
Fascinating to talk about the Olympics and how big it's going to be in the next week and a half. But to talk about T20 cricket over there here in Canada.
Yeah.
So
here in Canada, you can hear the music in the background to start. The game is about to start at 11 o'clock. So
there you go.
Out in the field, they're just waiting on the countdown clock, and then they'll get the game on the way.
So good luck, all the best out there. And we will see the results and see what's going on, and we'll watch what's going on at the Olympics as well. So a fascinating weekend. So much going on.
There's a lot going on. So enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Everyone, thanks for joining with us, and have a fascinating weekend, everyone.